Welcome to Mega Talk. So after we've had the massive fight of the year in Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr., we have another massive tournament. This one is Undisputed versus Undisputed. First of all, we have Jamell Charlo, who is a super welterweight champion of the world. He's got the WBA, he's got the WBC, he's got the WBO and IBF. He's the undisputed super welterweight champion of the world. And he will be fighting against Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is the IBF, the WBA, the WBC and WBO undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Yes, so it is Jamell Charlo who's going to come up two weights. Yes, I did say two weight divisions to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez for the super middleweight championship of the world. It's an interesting fight, and the part what interests me the most is, well, obviously a Charlo brother, but they are twins. So Jamell Charlo is two weight divisions from Saul Canelo Alvarez. But Jamell, his twin brother, is only one weight division away from Canelo. And it makes me wonder, well, why didn't Canelo fight the one that was closer to the weight division? Interesting. Interesting. What was definitely evident with these two is that Jamell is taller than Saul Canelo Alvarez, even though he's two weights lighter than Saul Canelo Alvarez. But let's all remember that Saul Canelo Alvarez has already fought at super welterweight. Do you remember that fight? Do you remember who we fought? Let me remind you, he fought against arguably the greatest, in the modern era anyway, Floyd Mayweather. And he lost that fight. So he's not stupid to move down a weight back to that weight class. He's got Jamell to move up two weight classes. Interesting. I'm glad though that this fight is happening because, to tell the truth, I never thought that this fight would ever happen. I'm glad that Jamell is stepping up to fight somebody of Canelo's standard. I think it will be an interesting fight for how long, because Jamell should come up with speed, carrying speed, but he probably isn't going to have that effective punch. But Canelo used to be that weight, so he'll still have speed, but he's going to have that power as well. It was a good press conference as it goes. Both of them showed respect to each other. Canelo's is being sponsored this time by PBC and his own promotion company. And us both showed respect to each other. Let's quickly have a look on their records. As we said, this is going to be taking place on the 30th of September at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Let's start with Jamell's record. He's 35 wins, 19 of those coming by way of knockout. One loss, of which he avenged, and one draw. Now, Saul Canelo Alvarez, his record is 59 wins, 39 of those coming by way of knockout. Two losses, and he's fought the two losses what he's had. He's got no shame in those because he fought two great champions, one which was way heavier than him in Bivol, and there's no disrespect at all in that fight. He fought for the WBA light heavyweight championship of the world. He went up a lot of weights to do that, and the other one being Floyd Mayweather. Saul Canelo Alvarez this guy has beaten 18 world champions. So I'm looking forward to this one. How respectful Saul is kind of makes me think he doesn't really worry at all about this fight. It's not really something that's really worrying him. So let us see how it goes. Charlo in himself has beaten some good fights. I mean, that fight with Tony Harrison, the first fight, when he lost, I thought there's no way he's going to be able to turn it round like how he did. And he turned that fight around so well. So well. He really went to the grind and came back as a champion. So let's watch this one. It's a interesting one and two great fighters. Thank you for listening to Mega Talk. Who do you reckon's going to win this one? Do you think that this one is going to be closer than what we think? Or do you think it's going to be a straightforward win? And if it is, who do you think it is? Remember to click on that notification button, subscribe, and send those comments in. Thank you for listening to Mega Talk.